Can a randomly assembled team
Psyduck! Welcome to the team, Psyduck.
and frankly absurd strategies
They did not use sucker. That did nothing. But
defy the odds
epic skidoo
and carry
sweep.
us all the way to Master Ball?
We win!
This is Roulette to Rent. Hello, I am Frolicker VGC. Welcome back. Last time out, Starly joined our team, and you know what? Starly did a good job. We got a couple of wins with Starly, we got a new Mon. But this time, we are hoping that this random Mon might, dare I say it, be a little bit more useful than Starly. Starly did great, but I don't know if it's going to be a lasting fixture on our team as time goes on. I think we are just one or two just really strong Mons away from being able to string together a lot of wins. So hopefully, Starly can help us get one of those Mons. Of course, we can wind up with a not fully evolved Mon as well, as we saw last week. Let's see. What Mon do we add to the team today? What is it? Oh goodness. I don't know if that one's legal or not. So a reminder that we are only adding Pokemon that are legal in VGC Regulation E. I don't think Dwebble's legal. Hold on one moment, I'm gonna go check. Alright, thank goodness Dwebble and Crustle are not legal. We dodged a little bit of a bullet there. Dwebble is a very cute, I mean, I guess sturdy shell smash. We could have made Dwebble work, but thankfully we don't have to. Let's see what mod we get added to the team. Actually amazing! So much better than Dwebble! We have a Namarus! That is, I mean, the thing is, since we have forms on here, I'm going to say that we are only allowed to use this form of a Namarus, which I believe is a Namarus Incarnate. That gets Contrary. I don't know if there's a lot we can do with Contrary, just because we would need to usually outspeed it in order to activate Contrary, and I'm not sure there's a lot that Bundle can do in that regard. I'll definitely have to double check. But at the very least, this is a strong, fast special attacker like Bundle that can just hit a lot of things. And, I mean, it's fully evolved. Like, again, we have a very unconventional team, but this is huge. It's just like, really with this challenge, it's like what's really big for us is finding Mons that just increase the power level of the team and let us hit Mons harder and faster. And Iron Bundle and Namarus are just great picks for that right now. That is amazing. That's amazing. We can Calm Mind too after a Shed Pass. We can finally use Shed Pass to try and like set up with the Mon. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's maybe not quite as good as Starly, but oh no, I am so grateful to get to use an Namarus. This is awesome. I actually get to be very excited to team build. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right. I don't know what the team looks like, but you're gonna see it in just a few seconds. I tested a lot of different stuff for this team, just like experimenting, trying some different matches on Showdown. This is where we ended up, which is a bit of an odd place. Originally, I thought that we could try and use Contrary with a Namarus in some way proactively, maybe having like a Psyduck with Rain Dance to try and boost it, because then you could use Psyduck, Rain Dance, Psyduck has Swift Swim, you boost up Spring's Tide Storm, and then you can use support moves really quickly with Psyduck. But the thing is, anything like that was just too slow, because the things that we're really struggling with now that we're kind of like beating kind of the more disorganized teams, a lot of the organized teams right now have a Tornadus with Tailwind, and anything that sets up Contrary and Amorous is just slower than that and gets destroyed by it. So we actually ended up going with a more defensive Enamorous set, and I've got a Pokey Paste right here. We actually ended up going with a more defensive Enamorous set. It's not super defensive, but with Assault Vest it's able to live a lot of special hits. And we have Terra Electric, which shores up its electric and steel type weaknesses, especially into Iron Hands and Golden Go, to just give it more longevity and let us just kind of use those legendary stats for longer. This ended up being just, I think, just the most consistent thing that we can do with Enamorous, because if you try and do something like Shed Tail into Calm Mind, that only works if you Shed Tail. Enamorous is so frail that it can't set up unless it has support, and we just overall don't have a lot of support to enable it to have that extra bit of time. We don't have redirection or anything along those lines. So yeah, that's why Enamorous was added. Iron Bundle, we added Booster Energy, just gives us kind of a new speed dimension. We also added Terra Ghost. I think this Iron Bundle set it's really good now at enabling the Enamorous and enabling other mons with Icy Wind, just because now we don't need the Terra Ice for damage because we have other ways to deal damage with this team. Orthworm is same set, Sandaconda same set. They've been really solid. Noctowl is bulkier, so it can more consistently set up Tailwind. We also have Nasty Plot now to kind of make up for the lessened special attack investment. And we have Skidoo, as always, just as a win condition. Because sometimes it's like, I think this team will struggle to KO like really bulky mons, like Iron Hands for Celia, but Skidoo can stall those mons out. Anyway, let's see how we do. Last time out, we went up to rank 6. We got the new mon, Enamorous. This time, the month has rolled over, so we actually need to make up 2 ranks back to be where we were. I am hoping with Enamorous that'll go a lot more quickly, and the bright side of that is that we actually get more mons in total now, just if we are continuing to rank up. So it's really not all bad news as long as we're able to start kind of picking up wins. Alright, I'm excited. Let's see. The nice thing is, it's like, I feel like we have some answers in the Flutter, just because it's like Noctowl's bulky enough to live hits from Flutter, Enamorous with Assault Vest can live hits from Flutter. Then we have Orthworm, who's got a type advantage, and Bundle, who can outspeed. It's just really nice to have answers into that very common mon. Okay. Let me see. Now, I think the question is, do you target... Okay, good. Yeah, it is Sunny. Do I target around the Grimmsnarl, or do I try and hit the Grimmsnarl? I mean, because the thing is, I could Earth Power Earthquake. I don't want Torkoal to get a Heat Wave off. So I actually think High Horsepower, Earth Power into Torkoal makes a lot of sense just to maximize damage. But I'm down... Yeah, man, they got me. I mean, I do wonder what is the Grimm doing. Okay, so they're just going to get up both screens. I've revealed my hand, which is not fantastic. I easily could have Earthquaked here, gotten a little bit of mileage, but even though it's like they do read me, they don't gain a whole lot, which is also why I was able to consider that play. They do gain something if they have a defensive Terra on Torkoal, which is uncommon. They also gain something if they have a switch-in to that move I just made, which Grimm, again, isn't accomplishing a whole lot if they do that. They could switch in Leafeon, but Leafeon might actually take too much damage in order to actually get a whole lot done. So I'm not the most afraid to just try that same play again. Force them to beat me. Most Torkoals are Terra Fire. This one could be different. It would suck for me if it was different. Alright, they're banking on living, I'm banking on killing. Let's see. Come on, big damage. That's a lot of damage. That's enough. Yeah, that Torkoal goes down. There we go! Enamorous Sandaconda. And now, that Grimmsnarl is a little bit stuck here. Now I've got to think of, like, what moves does this Grimmsnarl have? A lot might have Parting Shot Spirit Break, which means that Grimmsnarl is not accomplishing anything. Let me see. So here they're going to want to go for a grass move onto the Sandaconda. I'm content to switch in Noctowl because it's a little bit bulkier. I'm content to leave the Grimmsnarl on the field. I would hate to see a Thunder Wave. That's what I don't want to see from this Grimmsnarl. Also, the thing is, with their protecting, they did lose 2 turns of Sun that they're now never going to get back, which is nice. I definitely don't read into a Protect. Thunder Wave would suck, but I'm not convinced they have it. Not all Grimmsnarls have it. So I'm just going to go for damage on Leafeon. I could have Superpowered, which would have increased Enamorus's defense, which would help it against that. That is a little bold of them. I wish I did have more protects, but the thing is, we'll just slowly... Oh, that had to be a crit, right? Was that not a crit? Oh, wow. Spirit Break. Yeah, that doesn't work the way you think it does. Alright. Wow, Leafeon is just not bulky at all. That did an insane amount of damage. Wondering what this Terra is. I'm just trying to think, like, what actually gets you out of this, because your health is so low. Terra Normal. Okay. I mean, it's like, yeah, you can pick up a kill here, but you still go down. You definitely didn't need a quick attack because you're already faster, but it does kill to their credit. Yeah, they were already faster, so they could... I'm assuming they had another move that actually did a surprising amount of damage, but now we know Grimmsnarl's full moveset. And they have 1 Mon left, they have 1 turn of Sun remaining. Fortunately, they do have Flutter, they do have Moon. I still have my Terra. I think Terra Steel is super strong on Sandaconda here. Especially if they've got Flutter, then that's just huge for me. What I don't want to see here is a Moon that is boosted in physical attack. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, because Terra Steel is just exactly what I want here. I mean, they could Sucker Punch into Moonblast. Like, I wonder if that kills. Dazzling Gleam. They did not kill the Sandaconda because they also didn't Sucker Punch. That was a crit. I mean, that makes sense. They did a ton of damage. Noctowl lives and gets its Berry. That means I am going to get Tailwind, which is amazing. Yeah, because that's now for the rest of the game. That means Sandaconda can accomplish a whole lot. I think this kills. I think this kills even through screens. It does, and that should do it. Don't want to jinx it, but I don't think... I mean, their Grip was doing a lot of damage, but I don't think it can 1v3. Yeah. If they had Sucker Punch there and gotten that crit, that would have been actually super, super bad for me. Because I think... Actually, I don't think Sucker Punch would have killed, based on how much damage that did. I think it would have just lived. Yeah. I could have switched it. But I think I've just got enough damage to where I will be okay. I like to think. Let's see if this Grimmsnarl can bob me. This could go wrong, but we'll see. They didn't Sucker Punch. Okay, a crit! That wins me the game. Unless they can Oko Bundle, which I don't think there's a world in which they can. Yeah, okay. Phew! I mean, it was nice to get a crit eventually, but I mean, if you hit enough against the Screens team, eventually you should get a crit. Oh, and I lived the Sucker Punch anyway. Which makes my first play perhaps questionable. But we do win. We have just enough Mons in the back to beat that Grim. Yeah, and it was just like, I didn't know what their last Mon was, and I was praying it was Flutterbane, and it was Flutterbane, and we had the tools to deal with it. Yeah, that was awesome, and I think that was a game that just showcases, yeah, our team has got some stats now, and we can go kind of toe-to-toe. It's like we can deal a lot of damage fast enough to put other teams on the back foot. Yeah, but Ramblegast is the only thing I'm worried about, but I still think we have answers into it. Yeah, and Noctowl with Noctowl actually is completely walled by Bramblegast, so I was thinking about bringing it, but that one actually would have not been a good decision, because with its Ghost typing, it's immune to Hyper Voice, and because Hurricane's a wind move, Bramblegast is immune to Hurricane as well. So it is a bit of a spooky mon. Basically, this should guarantee that. Oh, what are they tricking? I'm curious. Tricking. Switch items with a target. Earthworm got a scarf. They got a berry. Okay. It does suck to lose the citrus berry, but I mean that scarf. That scarf play's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I wonder if they were like thinking about baiting an earthquake, but I have so many flying types that it wouldn't even matter. Pincurchin should go down to just a single high horsepower here as well, and we still have an Amorous behind the sub. I would have been so funny if they tricked into Sandaconda, because and then Rhoda would have a choice band, and then it just like that doesn't help you. And Scarf actually wouldn't be terrible for Sandaconda, all things considered. Magnezone! Unless we see an air balloon, then Magnezone is in trouble. But with Assault Vest, we should be fine. Shockwave is a weird choice. That's also very fast. That's like a max speed Rotom there, which makes sense if you're Scarf. Makes sense if you're Scarf. Oh, and it goes down in one hit. Does not get to use that Citrus Berry. Is Sandaconda next? Sandaconda's next. And I think we have another win under our belts, knock on wood. But that went about as well as it could have. Yeah, that's a mon that doesn't want to get hit by the Sandaconda high horsepower here. No, I don't even think max speed Colossal is fast enough to outspeed by Sandaconda. There we go! We got a good mon added to our team, and Enamorous is putting in some work. There we go, 2 wins under our belt. It is so nice to have a decent mon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just such a game changer. It's such a game changer to just have a mon that can do damage. Live ahead. Fully evolved. Oh, yeah, that's just huge. Gotta see our rank. Let's see. Man, we really haven't been going up as much as I thought we might. Yeah, we're leaving behind Enamorous this time. I don't know if that's wise. I actually don't like that because of Chi-Yu Flutter. Like, I think Enamorous actually, with Assault Vest, could have been pretty good there. And I kind of lose out a little bit on bulk in that regard. But I just liked the idea of getting Tailwind up and trying to enable Sandaconda to go crazy. That's going to be my big focus here. Okay. Yeah, because Tailwind's big. This is also why I didn't lead Sandaconda. Just because then it would have got hit by Chi-Yu. Then that would have been a little tough. This could be Specs Chi-Yu. And they both could outspeed Noctowl. Like, I'm thinking about not tearing Earthworm, letting Earthworm go down, and tearing Noctowl just to make sure I live a potential fire move. Because the thing is, it's like, I think I need Tailwind. No, I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to be hopeful. Just because I don't want to lose the ability to Earthquake later in the game. Ah, man. The thing is, if this is Scarf and Specs, then they might be dealing enough damage to Noctowl to really cause me trouble. And, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I'm hoping to see, like, a fire move into Earthworm. I'm hoping that Noctowl lives alright. That's a ton of damage. Come on, Noctowl, come on. Dang, I was actually really hoping Noctowl would live that. I was really hoping Noctowl would live that double up. So we don't have Tailwind, but the thing that we do have... Oh no, I flinched. That's actually really, really awful. Can I afford to take that damage on Sandaconda? Man. Oh, without the flinch, we were in a not bad spot. Yep, they do Terra. I did scout it. And then this potentially means that I can Icy Wind. Yeah, and this means that Landorus cannot... this means that Landorus no longer has the option to Terra out of its Icy Wind weakness. This means that Icy Wind into high horsepower into the Chi-Yu is going to be really, really threatening. I'd love a miss here, because I think Earthworm still goes down, actually, before it gets hit. Does it? I mean, you had to use up its Citrus Berry last time. Please hit Earthworm. Great. Phew. Wait. I think it would have been better if Earthworm went down. Because, yeah, my big question is, does a Heat Wave kill Bundle? Does a Heat Wave kill Bundle? What have I seen? If a Heat Wave kills Bundle, then we're just hosted, aren't we? And I don't think Bundle actually lives this, and I think we lose here. Which sucks. They could actually miss a Heat Wave. They could miss a Heat Wave. We'll see. Don't miss. Does Bundle go down? Yep, that's game. That's game. Oh, if we'd got that Shed Tail off. Yeah, the thing is, it's like we actually had kind of some ways to do alright here. Because, yeah, if we had gotten that Shed Tail off, then we would have had Bundle next to Sandaconda. I could Icy Wind high horsepower, and that, I think, kills the Chi-Yu. Just because they're not going to fully expect Banded Sandaconda. So, assuming the Chi-Yu Terras, if they let me Icy Wind like they did there, then I would have been in a really good spot. Yeah, no, we can't win here. Yep, we needed Bundle alive. It just does not work any other way. I'm shocked that Oko's. I'm actually shocked that Oko's. Am I shocked? Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be like max attack. Man! Oh, we actually had a pathway there. We had a pathway there. Got unlucky. Got unlucky. And then was that Specs Chi-Yu? They kept hitting the same move. I think that was probably Specs Chi-Yu. Don't know all of my Specs Chi-Yu into Noctowl calcs. But man! Yeah, if we had just gotten a move off turn one. Because the thing is, it's like, yeah, Bundle would have been amazing there. Yeah, because the thing is, if they had Landorus Chi-Yu against behind a sub Sandaconda Bundle, then what we could do is we could Icy Wind into high horsepower. If they do let Landorus go down and Terra Ghost the Chi-Yu, like we kind of saw there, then we get a double knockout. Then we can freeze dry to Oko the Ogre Pawn from that point, if they did decide to commit the Terra. And then, then it just, what's their last Mon? Yeah, I think that was a really, really big flinch turn one. And then it was just Earthworm was stuck on the field, and Earthworm, yeah, it was just we needed that free switch. We needed that free switch, and we did not have it. So, we were a little unfortunate in our last loss, and then what happened was, I had a Mon advantage in the next game, and the Wi-Fi went out. And so we are actually now 2-2 with Enamorous, which, I mean, again, I think the team is really solid. A lot of these matches might be edited down, but I'm going to play until we at least get up one rank. Just because I think the team's in a really good place right now. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, we're going to continue on with it. Okay, so I think my big question here is, are you going to let me... I mean, this Garchomp is just super, super threatened. And so my question is just what are you doing with this Garchomp? I don't think I'm that afraid of Vaporeon, right? I want to stay proactive. I'm going to superpower that Garchomp, because I think Terra Steel's a real possibility. Should I Earth Power instead? I should Earth Power instead, if I'm predicting specifically Terra Steel. Yeah, I'm gonna Earth Power. The one thing, and I'm gonna Icy Wind, because I think that combination should kill. They do Terra! Let's see, Terra Steel's really common, but I think with this team, it just, who knows? Earth Power is probably not gonna KO, though. But I am curious kind of what they go for. It's probably Iron Head into an Amorous, which would mean an Amorous goes down. It's not the worst thing in the world. I will still get a good amount of damage off. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, it's not gonna kill. That does a lot, though. Man. Both my Mons hang in there. What is Vaporeon doing? Calm Mind. Okay, feeling a little iffy about ignoring that Vaporeon now. That Vaporeon was actually under a lot of threat, so it's a little bit unexpected, that Calm Mind. Sure, I'll Superpower and Freeze Dry. Don't want to be too passive here. And I'm hoping that puts it into Sandaconda range, potentially. Yeah, I just might as well Superpower, get those stat boosts. 2 superpowers probably would have done it. Oh, actually, no, that's why you don't superpower, actually. Because that's actually a lot of damage I just took. It's, yeah, if you had done that, if I had done that twice, then I actually would have been in a pickle. Although I guess I would have taken less from the Rock Slide. Oh well, that's a bit of a greedy Calm Mind. That's a bit of a greedy Calm Mind, all things considered. Especially just because you're so slow. It's like I can kind of hit you before you can hit back. And I think with a double up of Freeze Dry Terra Blast, I could KO that Vaporeon. But the question is that what I want to do? And I don't know that it is. Even with the double Calm Mind boost, I think this is doing enough to knock out the Vaporeon. I'm hoping that they're not going to see it coming. Unfortunately, this is still going to be a special Terra Blast. It's not going to be... Man, they got me, man! So if this is Dazzling Gleam, they might get a double knockout here. Which is actually just really, really bad. Because I was considering Icy Wind to then allow Sandaconda kind of more to do later. Man, I'm getting outplayed! Mystical Fire. It's not bad. I'm afraid of Thunderous in the back, and then not having a way to deal with it. That's my huge fear. That's my big, big fear here. I'm just locking into a ground move, and then just not being able to do anything. Man, this is a little tricky. I think actually what I do is I go Earthworm, and I think... Do I Earthquake? Yeah, we're gonna see. This is a bit of a rough spot here. Just because I did kind of lose some momentum. But I think Enamorous might be key in the endgame. Okay, so I'm just naturally faster than Gardevoir. Let's see how much this does. That is a lot of damage. And then Scald should kill here. I think this was a losing play on my end. Wish. Maybe not. Because now, that's actually huge, because, yeah, no, that's huge for me. Because, yeah, it's you can protect with Vaporeon, but because I outsped with Sandaconda somehow, that actually means that I can Earthquake, gain HP with Earthworm, Shed Pass safely into Enamorous again, and then all of a sudden I've got the opponent on the back foot. It makes sense that they'd want to protect if they're setting up with it. Here, the protect is fine, that's expected. If you've got Wish, you're going to protect afterwards in order to get that Wish. Sandaconda is locked into Earthquake, which could potentially be a little bit of a problem. But Earthquake is still dealing a good amount of damage to Vaporeon. It can't protect next turn. I could potentially double up into it. I'm curious what their last mon is. Yeah, they really needed to get damage. Like, just a Scald into Sandaconda would have been huge for them. Raichu. So that also means that earlier when I did play more passively and switch out the Enamorus, that I did not need to actually do that as much. So here, yeah, I just go all in on the... No, I can't actually Terra Blast the Vaporeon because that Raichu has... They should have actually Fake Out, and they should have... This is actually tricky, because they should have Fake Out and they should have Lightning Rod as well, which actually makes this a little bit more difficult than it might otherwise appear. So I think actually what I want to do is I want to Moonblast that Vaporeon. I need to preserve Sandaconda. They can't Fake Out the Enamorus. I'm expecting a Fake Out and a KO into the Sandaconda here. That's not what I was expecting at all. Okay. So weird. In some ways they're playing it really, really well, and in some ways they are not. And it's very difficult to predict. I was just trying to get that into Earthquake range. Okay, that's actually really good for me. I'm just going to target down this slot here. That's fine. Yeah, again, that's not doing a lot of damage. This should knock out the Vaporeon. This double up here. Life Orb Dreaming Kiss is funny. I was expecting a Focus Sash as well on that Raichu. Yeah, that should put it into high horsepower range. It did not! I was really expecting that to kill. That is actually really bad for me. So now the question is, do they protect with Vaporeon or do they go with Wish? I could see them protecting, and so I kind of want to Earth Power the Raichu. There we go, that's what we wanted to see. Assuming Earth Power kills, we have the game now. Maybe not. That's not what I expected. Because I think it might live this now. Oh, wow. Man, Light Screen was just... That was the one move there that they really needed, I think. To put them in a potentially really good spot. Please don't break the sub. Please don't break the sub. Please don't break the sub. Oh, it is Life Orb, so does it break the sub? Okay, it did not break the sub. Come on. Come on, Enamorus. There we go. And I think we've got it here. I think we've got it here. Really cool team by my opponent. Really unconventional stuff. Really, really neat to see. Like, they very nearly had me, in quite a few different ways with some, just like a very, very unique strategy. So props to them for that. Thankfully, we had enough in the tank at the end. Yeah, just Enamorus with Assault Vest, was just so huge here. Because if Raichu was able to break that sub, then that would also mean the next Draining Kiss would KO, and we would be in a bad spot. But yeah, they just had a stronger move than Draining Kiss. They would have been in a better spot, because I don't really know if you need Draining Kiss on Raichu if you are Life Orb. It's like, I don't think that healing... It's like they weren't even healing, because they were taking damage from that Life Orb. So that's the one thing that was a little odd. I also, like... I don't know, it's like I read into a few things that didn't happen. I read into, like, a Fake Out on Raichu as well. Yeah, I mean, and I think this is something my opponents have to deal with as well. It's just like, if you're going up against a weird team, or a team you haven't seen, it's hard to know what the opponent's thinking, what moves they might have. Because again, it's like, most Raichus I expect to have Fake Out. And I was caught off guard when they did not Fake Out. I struggle to bring Skidoo if they've got like a Golden Go, just because it's like, I know that that's a matchup that Skidoo always loses, no matter how good like a position it is at the start of it. Earthworm just in the back isn't always the best. Because yeah, like if I don't protect with Bundle, then they've got a lot of ways to threaten it. I mean, like Assault Cure into Bundle, it's super effective, and then it does like 1/4 damage. That's a bit tough to recover from. I'm curious. I bet this is Garg. I think this has got to be Garg. Yeah. That's what I thought. Just because I was threatening it with the ground move, which they now don't resist still. And I was also threatening it with water, which I think they were scared of a Hydro Pump there. Curious who is faster? Ice Shard. Okay, that tells me you probably don't have a stronger ice move than that. That is huge damage. Nice. That goes about as well as we could hope it to. And I'm going to Iron. Did I run out of time there? I guess I ran out of time. Right? Because I don't think I selected a target. I thought I had time. Let's see. I bet it did the backs again. Did I just misclick? I meant to go after the Garg actually. But I also expected Baxcalibur to be faster, and so I'm kind of content with this, all things considered. Noctowl should live. Yeah. I thought Iron Bundle could actually go down to that. I don't think it would have now in hindsight. So I think I could have just Icy Winded, Iron Headed potentially into the Garg, but, yeah. Alright. We need to position Sandaconda better here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting in my own head here. I'm putting myself in some weird positions, because, yeah, I think if I had just Icy Winded Iron Head, I should have just taken that Salt Cure on the chin with Bundle. Focus Blast, that's exactly what I want to see. Yeah, that's just being a little bit too cheeky. Just because it's like, you can just Shadow Ball and still do a lot of damage. But now you Focus Blast, you got no mileage out of that. Does Tailwind help me a whole lot? I don't think it does. I don't think Tailwind helps me. Well, actually, no. Tailwind does help me because that Golden Go was faster than Noctowl. I don't expect Golden Go to protect. Come on, Noctowl. Hopefully this goes down. It might not. Oh, it barely lives. Wow. Okay, that means that you're Specs. The fact that you're continuing to go for Focus Blast of all things. That tells me you are Choice Specs. Unfortunately, yeah, you go down as well. I'm afraid of Wide Guard. I'm really afraid of Wide Guard here. I've got a way to play around Wide Guard because I've got that Tailwind advantage. I don't want to lock into a spread move, so I'm going to lock into High Horsepower into the Golden Go. And I'm also going to Icy Wind. And so if they Wide Guard, the Icy Wind will be blocked, but I'll still kill the Golden Go, which is important. Garganacl's not doing anything. And if they don't Wide Guard, Icy Wind should kill the Golden Go, and then we get the big hit on the Garg. Let's see. There we go. Icy Wind hits. I don't expect this to kill, but this is going to do a lot of damage to Garg. Going to do a lot of damage. Oh, man! It almost kills. Please don't kill this Bundle. Please don't kill. Yeah, not close. Yeah, because Bundle's really physically bulky. I should have just let that happen at the start of the game. I was being a little bit too cute. Please don't be a disconnection on my end. Did they just quit out? They might have just not had anything for this in the end. Okay, cool. I think that's a win on our end. Fingers crossed. But I imagine that they just didn't have anything to deal with. Sandaconda, Bundle. Yeah, I mean, it was just really good into their team, which is why I was being so careful with those two Mons specifically. It's just like, yeah, it just dealt with a whole bunch that they might bring. Yeah, because basically what they're doing here is they want to explode with Alolan Golem. It has Galvanize, which turns its explosion into an electric-type move, and it's really, really powerful. But, and then they have Rabska, which can Revival Blessing bring Golem back in. Rabska and Grim. What are they going for? I don't know. Yeah, especially with Light Screen. I think Freeze Dry into Hydro Pump's probably not a 2-hit KO. Nor is Hydro Pump into Hydro Pump. That's super, super bulky. Yep, Enamorous loves to be behind. Sub here, Trick Room. Alright, so yeah, that's how they're trying to position Golem in. I don't want to protect here because they could be hard swamping in Golem. Because it's like, they're not threatening a lot of damage right now. I'm going to Earth Power that Grim in case they do want to get cheeky and switch in a Lowland Golem. They did not switch out. This doesn't gain me a lot, but I am stalling out Trick Room, I am stalling out screens a little bit. Yeah, they just want to get up both screens up. Extra sensory. We do have Assault Vest. Does this break the... It probably breaks the sub. Yeah. So I don't gain a lot here. They don't gain a ton either, truth be told. Parting Shot. That doesn't work the way you think it does. Yep, I love to see a Parting Shot into my Contrary Mon. Because, yeah, whenever a stat is lowered from Enamorous, then... Man, I could have just Earth Powered. I guess they were calling my bluff there. Or going for a flinch, who knows. I mean, the thing is here, you're gearing up for an explosion, but now I just bring in Bundle and Protect, and then switch to Sandaconda, which I haven't revealed yet, and all of a sudden you don't get anything from the explosion. How many turns of Trick Room are left? 2. I know this is a common rental that's out right now. I don't remember what's slower between Rabsket and Golem. It would make sense if Golem is slower so that you can Explosion Revival Blessing immediately. That's kind of my hunch, which is not actually great for them right now. Double Edge. Okay. Yeah, Golem's slower, which is actually really good for me. Oh, I had a sub. Do I need to switch? Maybe not, actually, all things considered. But, I mean, they could easily double up into that slot, and so it makes some sense to switch. Terra Flying, okay. Got me. But I do still have... Yeah, I mean, that doesn't do a whole lot. Earthworm actually lives, that's funny. And Earthworm gains some HP back. And actually, after another Earthquake, I think it should pass again, because I think it gets 1/4 HP back. Rabska's gone. I am locked into Earthquake against a Flying type, but that's not the worst thing in the world. It's like, what is Golem actually going to do? I don't think it has a move to really hit Sandaconda. Yeah, now you go Grim, which is really, really passive. So I'm not super concerned. There we go. Earthworm's just healing back up. Come on, big damage, big damage. There we go. And now they just have Golem, which loves to explode, but isn't gaining a whole lot from that now. And one other Mystery Mon remaining. What's their last Mon? Because if screens are stalled out, then a Terra Electric Terra Blast should handle this Golem. Okay. That is a little bit spooky. I don't see a world in which they double-edge the Sandaconda. I mean, props to them if they go for an electric move into the ground type that was just on the field. Rock Slide. Man, they really have nothing to hit Sandaconda, do they? Ooh, man! I was hoping I'd live. So you are Life Orb into Body Press. So we have not yet Terra'd. We're definitely going to double up into the Golem here. Unfortunately, they do have another turn of Light Screen, and they do still have Reflect Up, which isn't fantastic for me. Let's see. Come on, big damage, big damage. There we go. Okay. Whew. Good job, bundle. Yeah, it's not a super specialty Pokemon. And then we're hoping that, yeah, that's hopefully enough to let bundle do the work from here. We've got a flinch chance every turn. Yep. The freeze. I don't know what move they would have to hit bundle, so I don't know if that matters a huge amount. But yeah, this is a game where Terra Ghost, I think, was very big. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because the Mudsdale's not hitting us. Oh, maybe it is hitting us. Ooh, how much is that doing? Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. But, like, assuming we didn't get that Iron Head flinch the first time, if we were Terra Ice, then we actually would have not been in a very good spot, because then we would have got body pressed, and then Sandaconda would have lost this 1v1. So, Terra Ghost on bundle wins us that game. Enamorus did fine. I mean, it's just like a solid member of the team. We almost picked off the Golem in Trick Room with Earth Power, if we had just kind of stuck to that game plan. But they did pretty solid with the mind games overall in that game. But yeah, we were able to still clinch it in the end. There we go, rank 5. All right, I'm just happy to play with a pretty solid team. I know this is a lot of matches for one episode. I don't exactly know how I'm going to edit all of it, but I would like to do another one. Hopefully get to rank 6 and call it from there. Iron Hands is just really scary for Iron Bundle and for Enamorus, which is why we've got Terra Ghost and Terra Electric to help mitigate that a little bit. It's also why we have Shedtail, but a Scary Mon is still a Scary Mon. Okay, that's actually totally okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I wonder, does High Horsepower just OHKO this Hands? Ooh, that's a booster attack moon. I am content to, I think, just Earthquake and Shedtail. Alright, let's see. Fake out. I would say that's actually a pretty smart fake out. But that's just not enough damage for you. Amorous. I'm tempted to Terra Steel. I am very tempted to Terra Steel here. Just because if they want to go for acrobatics again, that would be extremely punishing for them. Actually, if I go down, I'm going to feel really dumb. I don't think I do, though, because no, I don't. It didn't do 100 damage. That's what I thought might happen, and that is why we Terra Steeled. I'm hoping they don't knock off. They could easily knock off into Sandaconda. I'm praying they don't, because this could also be acrobatics. Breaking Swipe is pretty common as well. So I feel okay about Terra Steel here. Knockoff is what we don't want to see. Knockoff would be very bad. Come on. Yes! And we live. There we go. Yep, because now this is a double knockout here. Fantastic. Because, yeah, Earthquake's going to take that hands down. I still keep my sub intact because I am a flying type. There we go. Sandaconda Earthquake spam! No, it's just like, yeah, we found that one little synergy that the team really does have, which is most teams... Oh, I'll go ahead and turn that on silent right now. Most teams do, don't want you to just be Earthquaking constantly because you're hitting your own Mons, but since we drew so many flying types, we drew Earthworm, we can really lean on Choice Band Sandaconda to just do a ton of damage. Ooh, I don't think that was the play on their end, because I don't think, yeah, there's no way you're KOing Enamorus here. I'm getting some big hits off now. Ooh. Oh, is this a lose con for me? Is that how we lose? Have we found the way to lose the game? That was a lot of damage, though. That's really good. Namorous should live. Yep, because of a Assault Vest does limit that damage. And our speed rises. That's big. Yeah. Whatever you can do, I can do better. Yeah, that's actually huge. They should have gone for the quicker KO on Sandaconda. They probably thought Melodic was faster, but that should guarantee us the win. Because now we can Moonblast the Melodic again, and we can Freeze Dry the Ogerpon. Here we are, and I think we have got this game here. I think we've got it under lock. Choice, no, Focus Band. I think Focus Band or Bright Powder was all I was worried about there. Fantastic! Okay. Yeah, we technically lost 2. But one of them was to a flinch, one of them was to my internet going out. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, we actually have a good team. Which is also, yeah, that's why I wanted to get so many games in. It's like, now we have a good team. It's like, I know that we can kind of get through the tiers we were struggling with. And it's going to be more interesting now when we get onto Great Ball, when we get into Ultra Ball. So I'll try and edit all these together into one video, hopefully. And yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Let's see how far we go ahead and rank up. There we go! I hope you are enjoying the series so far. Because we went up 2 ranks, we get to start with 2 new random mons this next episode, which is super, super exciting. We actually have a really good randomized team right now, I think. I mean, it's not something that would be great at a tournament, but honestly, like, Assault Vest and Amorous is really solid. Sandaconda is really well enabled by the mons that we do have, and we have like ways to punish passive play with Shed Pass and to gain momentum with that way as well. So yeah, we've actually got a few things going in our favor all of a sudden. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed so that you get updates whenever new episodes of this series drop. Thank you so much for being here, and have a good one.